What's up guys, Farhan here from NAFS Motors. It's January 2025. The summer is not here yet, but it's already getting hot in here because of some hot motorcycles that are here. Let's have a look at them one by one. This is the BMW S1000RR M Sport. This one came with the carbon wheels. This particular motorcycle has all the accessories that you can think of. Aprilia full system, all the protective accessories. It's got the winglets, it's got a double bubble windscreen. It also has a dash cam from Alien Head, which has a front and back camera, which will help you record maybe some incidents that would happen on the road, and obviously you can collect some nice memories from it. This particular motorcycle, by the way, is already booked. A customer who already is returning to us, he's bought a Z900 from us, he's returning again to get this motorcycle. So based on trust, he's just come here, he saw the motorcycle, he loved it. He has gone ahead and closed the deal for this motorcycle. There are some more options available in BMW, so we'll show it to you. We have an S1000R as well, and that is basically a stripped down version of the S1000RR with a flat handlebar, and that's a lot more usable, accessible power, about 160 odd horsepower, and that bike too has almost every accessories loaded just like this motorcycle. That also has a dash cam, that has all the protective accessories. It's got a full system Aprilia exhaust, you name it. That's a 28,000 kilometer run, 2018 model, and it is beautifully maintained. Even though it's 28,000 kilometers, it's still running very beautifully, very smoothly, and it's available at a price tag of 12.5 lakhs. Yes, that's right. In a price of a Z900, you're getting an S1000R with all the accessories already worth about 4 lakhs on it. I've made a very detailed and informative video on the BMW S1000R, the naked version. So it takes a lot of effort to make informative videos, guys. So please click on that iCard and you will get a link directly to that video. And here we have the 2018 S1000RR. Again, a very beautiful motorcycle, very well maintained. It's run only 10,000 kilometers. It's got a full system Aprilia exhaust as well. And it's got some very good protective accessories from RNG, Evotech. It's got an MRA windscreen, and the bike rides beautifully. It has a lot of features as well, like electronic suspension. It's the Pro variant, which gets electronic suspension, heated grips, traction control, and it's got a quick shifter as standard. It's a beautiful motorcycle to ride. The 2018 S1000RRs were known to be a lot more raw compared to the new bikes which are having the BS6 norms. These were BS4. The way they get to those 299 kilometers per hour is really quick. I've experienced that, and these bikes are mental. And those of you looking for a good collectible bike, a 2018 model, should not miss this motorcycle at all. It's a brilliant bike. And it's got a lot of upgrades as well. Almost every protective accessories is already there on this motorcycle. In terms of upgrades, it also has Brembo RCS 19 master cylinder, which enhances the braking drastically. You've got this headlamp protector as well here, which looks really cool and protects the headlamps from stones that could hit when you're riding really fast. It's got the fork sliders from Evotech. It's got radiator guard, RNG frame sliders, swing arm spools, again I think from Evotech. It's got adjustable rear sets. Again, a loaded bike with almost every accessory you can think of, and you can consider this motorcycle. If you're looking for a 2018 asymmetrical headlamp design motorcycle, this is one of the best bikes you can get out there. And it's a Karnataka registered motorcycle. Now let's move on to the Ducatis. We have the 2016 Ducati Multistrada 1200 here. Now this is the big daddy. It's a 1200cc. So Multistrada basically is a bike that is made to seduce sport bike riders with an adventure clothing. So this is a brutal machine. It makes about 160 bhp and it's got a lot of torque. It makes about 136 Nm of torque. So this is a sports bike for the adventure lovers. It's a wonderful machine that way, and it's really comfortable. And yes, that's why Ducatis have their own following for the kind of character that these motorcycles have. This is a 2016 model, run about 36,000 kilometers. A lot of you might be thinking Ducati are expensive to maintain and all that. Guys, the Desmo service on this motorcycle is already done at 30,000 kilometers, and a lot of other wear and tear parts were also replaced, like the tires, the chain sprockets. These are all done about 1,000 kilometers ago. So there is no major expenses that are coming up on this motorcycle immediately in terms of wear and tear. You can just tank up and ride and look beautiful wherever you go. Also, this bike has some protective accessories like the crash guard and the bug busters here to add some protection. We have this beautiful machine. This is the Ducati Monster. This is a proper definition of what a naked motorcycle should look like. Look at this beautiful trellis frame. It's exposed so well. Of course, this looks so beautiful, so sexy in terms of its design. This is a 2019 model. This bike is run about 12,000 kilometers. The tires were replaced recently, and in terms of accessories, this has got really nice accessories as well. This has a MIV exhaust system, and it's got a tune from FRK Racing, which is reputed to make very good tunes around here in Bangalore. This particular motorcycle with the tune makes about 119 bhp and 93 Nm of torque. These powers and torque figures have come up after the tune. The torque curve feels so much better, a lot more smoother than what it is usually on the Ducatis. Usually the Ducatis, when you just are about to start moving, they have a bit of that, shuddering kind of a feel. They feel a bit jerky, but this one feels so smooth throughout the rev range. The torque curve is so beautiful on this. This has got some protective accessories as well, like the radiator guard. It's got the frame sliders. It's got the tank pad, the tank grip. The seat cowl here looks lovely, and it's got these bar end mirrors. This particular motorcycle has a very VIP number, registration number 1. That again definitely adds some value to it. Yeah, this is a wonderful machine, and the service was recently done at Indy Motard, and also since the bike is 5-year-old, a lot of major rubber components were replaced. It is like a mini Desmo, you could say, that is already done on the motorcycle, so that you don't have to spend anything in the near future. And this bike is very beautifully kept. And here moving on, we have the Panigale V2. This is a 2024 model, run only 85 kilometers. This is the last of those 154 bhp motorcycles because the new ones make a lot lesser power. They are 890cc and make just about 125 bhp. This is the last of those 154 bhp motorcycles, and it's got that single side swing arm. The new ones are 890cc. They make lesser power and don't have that single side swing arm. So if you want to get the last of this, it's a great opportunity for you. Come grab this quickly, and it looks beautiful in this white and red combination. Moving on, here we have a couple of Scramblers. This is the Scrambler 1100 Sports Pro. This is the top of the line Scrambler that's available with Ducati, and this comes with top of the line suspensions from Öhlins. This has got 19-inch wheels in the front and 17 in the rear, and these are Pirelli MT60 tires, which are brilliant for dual purpose riding. Look at this exhaust. It looks so beautiful with this twin exhaust on the side. It looks amazing. It adds so much to that Scrambler look. The bike is a super fun motorcycle, no doubt, and it looks so hot in this all black combo. In terms of accessories, it's got the Innov camera for front and back cameras, which also comes with sensor, which also detects vehicles around you or even people coming around you, so it will give you a sort of a warning. Also, in terms of protection, it's got the frame sliders from Evotech, fork sliders from Evotech. It's got a bash plate. It's got an engine guard. It's got an oil cooler guard from CNC Racing. So it's a well accessorized bike. And here's something really interesting. This is a 2024 model, run only 90 kilometers. Yes, you heard it right. It's run only 90 kilometers. A brand new bike in Bangalore costs about 21,80,000 rupees on road. And this one we are offering it at 15.5 lakhs. It's a bike which is as good as new, still under OEM warranty. Moving on, here we have the Ducati Scrambler Cafe Racer. Now this is a very beautiful piece of art and a very rare one because very few of these were sold. And now even if you want to buy a new one, you cannot get one because they are not there in the lineup anymore. So basically this is a Scrambler with the clip-on handlebars. It's got these clip-on handlebars that look really cool, and you have that cafe racer sort of a stance. These details, like you see here, the number 54 and few other things add a lot of good touch to it. And this is a Termignoni exhaust that came standard on this particular motorcycle. This is a homologated exhaust. In terms of wear and tear, the tires have very good life. There are just about 1,000 kilometers old, and a lot of wear and tear components like the clutch plates and a lot of few other things were replaced on this motorcycle. So In terms of wear and tear, you do not have anything much to spend. You can just tank up the bike and ride. These were sold very few in number, and if you are looking for a collectible motorcycle, even if you want to buy one, like I said earlier, you cannot buy one. This, in my opinion, looks really beautiful with its clip-on handlebars. We have one more Ducati. That's the Panigale V2, basically the new headlamp design, which is similar to the Panigale V4. It came. We have the first generation of this Panigale middleweight series. That's the 899 Panigale, and that's out there. This Panigale 899 is a very raw motorcycle. It's a BS3, remember. It sounds a lot louder than even the Panigale 959. It sounds really cool. It makes a good 146 bhp and very accessible power. And this particular motorcycle is a 2015 model, and it's run about 26,000 kilometers. Again, the major Desmo service is already done on the motorcycle, so you do not have to think about the major expenses with regard to the Desmo service. And this motorcycle also has brand new tires, Metzeler M7s on them. So in terms of grip, they are reputed to be very well. And again, you're getting it at a very accessible price. 8.2 lakhs for a Panigale, for a beautiful Panigale 899. You're getting an entry into that Ducati Supersport motorcycles at a very affordable price range. And again, like I said, the major service is already done, so you do not have that major expense coming up in the near future. So moving on, here we have the Kawasaki Ninja 650. Now this one is a 2024 Kawasaki Ninja 650, and it's run less than 600 kilometers. Yes, you heard it right again. It's less than 600 kilometers run. And this already has some very good accessories like the Peugeot windscreen. It's got the fork sliders, the frame sliders, seat cowl. Pillion seat is of course available. This looks very beautiful in this livery. This looks so much like the ZX-10R livery and the ZX-6R livery, which in my opinion looks very nice. And we are asking 7.9 lakhs for this motorcycle. That is a good 2 lakhs rupees lesser than the on-road price Bangalore. You are getting a really nice motorcycle which is as good as new and still under OEM warranty up to 2026. If you're looking at a slightly affordable price range, we have three Ninja 650s. We have a 2019 Kawasaki Ninja 650, which is loaded again with all wear and tear work already done, like the tires are replaced, the brake pads are replaced, the clutch cable is replaced, engine oil and oil filter is replaced. Basically every wear and tear part has been replaced on this motorcycle. That's a 2019 model. We are asking about 5.6 lakhs for that. Then we have a TN registered Kawasaki Ninja 650 as well. That again is a very well maintained motorcycle, and it's got brand new tires on it. It looks beautiful in the KRT livery, and that's priced at 5.9 lakh rupees. And then we have a Karnataka registration 2020 Kawasaki Ninja 650, run only 8,500 kilometers. Now this motorcycle has brand new tires, brand new chain sprocket kit, and the complete service is already done at Kawasaki. You don't have to spend a single penny on that as well. You can consider any of this Kawasaki Ninja 650s, whatever works the best for you. Moving on, we have the Z900 here. That's a 2022 make, run just about 8,500 kilometers. Again, in terms of accessories, it's got PPF, it's got frame sliders, and the tires are brand new on this. These are brand new tires on the bike. We have installed them to ensure that the next buyer has a hassle-free experience. And we have another Z900 here. This is a 2021 model, run about 12,500 kilometers, and it has every protective accessory you can think of: frame sliders, engine case protectors, radiator guard, fork sliders, swing arm spools, and full body PPF. And this bike as well has brand new tires. You just buy the bike, tank up and ride, nothing to spend on the bike. In my opinion, and a lot of people might agree with me, this particular generation of the Z900 stands more true to the Sugomi design DNA of Kawasaki. Looks a lot sharper and beautiful in my opinion. And we have a Kawasaki Versys 650. We have a couple of them. This is a 2019 model single owner bike, and this is loaded with a lot of beautiful accessories: barkbusters, gold runway fog lamps, Hepco Becker crash guard, and luggage systems from GV, fork sliders. It's got an MRA windscreen which helps a lot with air buffeting when you're doing high speeds. So yes, this is priced at about 7 lakhs. Again, the price is slightly negotiable. We can work out something good for you if you come to us directly. And we also have another Versys 650 out there. That's a 2017 model. Again, a very beautifully maintained motorcycle. That as well has a lot of accessories. It's a 2017 model, run about 22,000 kilometers. That is again available at a very attractive price point. So if you're looking for the old gen Kawasaki Versys 650s, these motorcycles are a little more raw compared to the brand new bikes. These have a little more character compared to the brand new ones. So you should consider these if you want that factor. And of course, these are a lot more affordable compared to the new one, which is about 10 lakhs on road Bangalore. Moving on to the Triumphs, we have a couple of naked motorcycles and couple of classic motorcycles with us. This is the Trident 660, which is a brilliant option in terms of entry into big bikes. So this is a 660cc, makes about 85 bhp, triple cylinder engine, which has a lot of character in terms of how the power is delivered. It's a super fun motorcycle, and because it is so compact, it is very easy for people to handle this motorcycle. And this particular motorcycle is very tastefully modified with this beautiful windscreen, and it's got a bash plate down there that looks really cool from Hepco Becker, and it's got all the protective accessories like the frame sliders, the fork sliders, the swing arm spools. It's got engine case protectors and clutch case protectors also from Triumph, and radiator guard as well. And also it's got grips which will make you a little more comfortable while you're on the ride. Very tastefully modified motorcycle. I like this bike a lot. It's a super fun motorcycle. And then we have the Triumph Street Triple R. Again, is one of my personal favorites in terms of how fun the motorcycle is. It's one of the best middleweight motorcycles in terms of how the power is delivered. It's a triple cylinder engine, so it's got a lot of character, a lot of punch. And because it is so light, it's so easy to handle these motorcycles. Again, that motorcycle has all the protective accessories. Moving on to the classics, we've got Triumph Speed Twin 1200 and a Bonneville T120. The Speed Twin 1200 is having a little bit of modern touch to it with slightly lower handlebars. It's got mag wheels and Brembo brakes, which make it a little more sportier. In terms of accessories, it's got a lot of accessories in terms of protection and to carry some luggage. So that way it's a brilliant option. Also, it's got Michelin Road 6 GT tires, which are brilliant tires for sport touring. If you're looking for a classic motorcycle and you want a bit of sporty feel, the Speed Twin 1200 is a brilliant option. It's a 1200cc engine and it's got plenty of torque. Now the T120 shares the same engine, but it's more of a classic motorcycle, slightly higher raised handlebars, which is giving you a more upright feel, so it's a lot more comfortable. And it has a proper classic look which stands true to the classic design from Triumph. This is a true British icon. Again, a very clean motorcycle. It's got new tires which were recently replaced. The chain is new. It's got a PPF on the tank. The bike is basically scratchless and it is beautifully kept. We've got a couple of beautiful Honda 650s here. The Honda CBR 650R, which is the fully fed version, and the naked CB 650R. This particular bike is loaded with a lot of accessories. Almost everything you can think of is there. And this motorcycle also has some protective accessories, and this has extended warranty up to 2027, so you can have a hassle-free experience. I've made a very detailed video on this motorcycle, so click on that iCard to see a detailed video about these Hondas. Both of them are available, and these are 2022 models, which were the last of these bikes sold, and after that the new bikes never came up again. Don't get us wrong, this is not a fire blade, this is a baby blade anyways, so this looks so much like the fire blade. Just look at this, such a beautiful headlamp on this. Guys, here we have a very rare and a very underrated motorcycle. This is the CF Moto GT650, and this is a very nice option in terms of sport touring. This is a parallel twin 650cc engine. It's got an upright stance which makes it really comfortable for touring, and this windscreen is also a tall one and it's adjustable. So the Ninja 650, for example, sits a lot lower and the handlebar is slightly lower. This is a bit more upright. In this fully fed Avatar, it looks quite beautiful, and I really love the color. It's got a very nice satin blue sort of a finish, so it looks beautiful in this. This again is available at a very affordable price point. Just 4,50,000 rupees, guys, for a touring motorcycle like this. So yeah, you might be wondering, what is this brand? CF Moto, by the way, guys, might be underrated in India, but it's known to make engine components for KTM motorcycles. Enjoyable bike to ride. I mean, I took a ride on this motorcycle. I was taken by surprise. I mean, it's so underrated, but still it is quite a nice motorcycle to ride, and it's a comfortable motorcycle. It's got a nice stance and it looks really good in this paint scheme is what I feel. We have another beautiful Aprilia RS457. This looks beautiful in this racing type paint scheme. It looks so much like that MotoGP graphics, and this bike on the track when it's stripped down, I was there at the track there with all these things, the tail and all stripped down, it looks so beautiful on the track. It's a very nice stepping stone to those bigger motorcycles if you want to upgrade in the bigger super sport category. It's a really fun motorcycle, has a very good electronic package. The handling is too good with this aluminum frame. Just point it in any direction and the bike just goes. And the 270-degree crank is so tractable in terms of how the power is delivered. It's got torque right from the word go. You give the command and it's got the torque when you need it. So that's what makes Aprilia so special. And I own an RS457 already. I know what the bike is. So it's a very fun motorcycle that way. So this is available. It's got some good accessories as well. The radiator guard, fork sliders, frame sliders. It's got a taller windscreen. It has a USB charger. And it's also got a single seat cowl, which is not currently on the motorcycle, but we'll give that away as well. Here we have a Mahindra Mojo XT300. That's a 2016 BS3 model. Those were known to be the most powerful, and these were one of the first batch of Mojos. So the engine on that is brilliant. They make 27 bhp and 30 Nm of torque, and with that dual exhaust note, the sound is beautiful. It's one of the best sounding single cylinder motorcycles out there. I've got one personally too. It's got a beautiful reliable engine. People have done 2 lakh kilometers on these motorcycles. It's got some beautiful accessories like the Luvia ADV guard. It's got the Luvia saddle stay and top rack, which are very good accessories by the way. It's got a Luvia radiator guard as well. It's got a round headlamp setup which the owner personally liked a lot. It reduces some weight, and for those of you who do not like that traditional Mojo design, this will look really nice. But if you still want a headlamp separately, we can source it for you anytime. And it's got the knuckle guards as well. It's got the fog lamps. It's a fully loaded Mojo with almost all the accessories you can think of. It's already there. The motorcycle has not been abused. I know the owner personally, and I know the bike from day one. From 2016, I've sold this motorcycle and it's still running so beautifully. I mean, there are a lot of bikes around in the market. You never know what's genuine and what's not. So we have been an authorized Mojo dealer since 2017, and I've been associated with the brand from 2015. So I know the bike really well, and you should consider this seriously if you're looking for a good BS3 Mojo motorcycle. The owner of the bike was super happy with the motorcycle. It's just that he wanted to upgrade to something bigger, so he's bought a 650cc motorcycle from us, and that's the only reason he sold the motorcycle. He always said that if he could afford to keep both, he would rather keep this as well. Last but not the least, we have the legend here, the legendary Gen 2 Suzuki Hayabusa, the Peregrine Falcon. Now, this is a Gen 2 motorcycle, and this is a very well maintained motorcycle. 2017 model, run 12,600 kilometers. I know the bike personally. It's owned by a very close friend of mine. It's never been abused the way it has been ridden. I mean, the Busa is capable of doing so much, but the bike has not been ridden too fast. I can vouch on that. In terms of accessories, it's got the Brock slip-on exhaust. It's got a single seat cowl. It's got a double bubble windscreen. It's got fork sliders, frame sliders. It's got a radiator guard as well. Yep, so basic protective accessories and the Brock's exhaust and the single seat cowl. If you are looking for a Gen 2 Hayabusa, you should seriously consider this, because you might find a lot of bikes in the market, but this one is very well maintained, and I can vouch that it has never been abused. So here's our contact number that you can call and WhatsApp on this number, and here's our Instagram handle. To see the prices, you can click on the below link, which will take you directly to the WhatsApp catalog, and you can have a look at the pricing. For those of you who think that our prices are a bit high, We put in a lot of effort to hunt and get good clean motorcycles so that our customers have a hassle-free experience. Do walk into our store directly to understand the quality of motorcycles we have here. You'll have a better understanding then. The address has been mentioned in the description, and please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. It takes a lot of effort to make informative content on motorcycles. Please show some love in the comment section. That's it for today. Farhan here signing off.